Okay, YouTube, here's what I got going on today. Sick and tired of losing all my small tools, never being able to find the ones I'm looking for, just for little stuff here in the house. So today I decided to take a trip to Harbor Freight and put together a small tool kit. There's still a few things I want to get, but I got everything that I thought I might need right now. So just gonna do a real simple, quick go through all this stuff, little short reviews, and see what I got put together here. So I'm gonna start with this. That's the box. Small box for small tools. Just a little bitty thing. I think it costs $4. It's got a couple small holders on the top. You can put some small bits and stuff in. Not too bad. Let's see. They actually seem to latch pretty good. Another small space for whatever you need to put in there. Good positive latches. Open it up. Doesn't like to stay upright with the lid open. Got your little tray inside. And then you got the inside, just a standard little toolbox. So we'll take this tray out. We'll set it aside for now. Close this sucker up. $4. Voyager brand 12-inch toolbox. Item 96602. Can't really beat it for the price. It's going to be sitting inside. It's not going to be in the weather. Not going to be getting used hard, so it'll work perfect. We'll start with the first tool. What I originally went up there for. Some of these. Everybody's got the little metal ones that come in the clear and green case that cost like 10 cents. That they're hard to grip. They're hard to get a hold of. But they spin in your hand, so that is nice. But I wanted to get these because not only do they have bigger handles, but they're also insulated. Any small electronic work you do, computers, radios, what have it, that might come in handy. So let's open this thing up and we'll see what they're like. Get the plastic off here. This is a Pittsburgh Pro. There's a cheaper set that I believe is just a regular Pittsburgh. It's probably not as nice, if you can use the word nice to describe too many Harbor Freight tools. But the case, it's got a little plastic cover on it. It's decent looking, which I'll probably take these out, won't even use the case. Opens up. Pretty nice little case, actually. They stick in there, but no little positive click there, let you know it's in. So let's take out the big Phillips head. Nice rubber handle. Oh, look at that. It spins. So you can spin it in your hand just like those little metal ones, but you have better grip. The grip actually feels pretty good. Got your plastic insulator down the barrel of the screwdriver there, and then your tip. See if I can get a close-up on this tip. I don't know if it'll focus. And yeah, it's not going to focus too well. Anyway, so what you have is a number 1 and number 0 and a double aught on the Phillips. 5/64, a 3/32, and a 1/8 on the flatheads. And I believe this was about $9. So it's Pittsburgh Pro precision screwdriver set. 96075 is the item number. Just handling them without having used them yet, pretty good deal if you ask me. I mean, they feel good in the hand. So let's set that aside and go to the next one. This, just a cheap, I can't remember how much I paid for it. It was like $1.99 or $2.99 maybe. Just a little magnifying glass, jumbo magnifying glass at that. You're working with small stuff, sometimes you might need to see. So let's take a look at this guy. It is pretty big. So here's the magnifying glass. Very cheap plastic. Cheap plastic glass too. I don't think that's actually glass. I said plastic glass. It didn't make any sense. I don't know if that's actually glass. It may be plastic. It doesn't sound like glass. But as you can see, it magnifies. So it'll do its job. You got the main glass is 10x, and this small one here is a 20x. Yeah, it's magnifying, that's for sure. You get a lot of convection with it though, because it's a really it's got a heck of a dome to the lens, so it distorts a lot of what you're seeing. But item 97241, you know, a couple bucks, it'll do the job. So we'll throw that away, put this in the pile. Next thing, this is just kind of a little impulse. These are just little I don't know what you want to call them. They call them ratchet bar clamps. It's hard to spread open. I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to run over that tape there. But, you know, I was playing with these in the store, and they have a pretty strong little grip to them. And, boy, they secure pretty good for a little clamp. Got your little button right there to release your trigger. It's a little awkward because it's backwards, but I guess you use your thumb. But these were $1.99 a piece. Got two of them. You never know when they might come in handy. And I actually just realized something. I got two different ones. Okay, this one has a button on the front, and this one actually has looks like a lever on the back. Well, yep, that one's got a lever on the back. Okay, not sure what that's all about. Guess I should have looked. Anyway, still works, and that one has a trigger on the front. Next time I'll look see what I'm actually getting. I probably would have taken two that style, but hey, guess we'll try them out. Anyway, on to the next thing. This isn't really anything to do with mini tools, precision type stuff. Super glue. You can never have enough super glue. So, as cheap as they were, I don't know how good the super glue is, but it's going in the box. You never know when you need it. Next item is the magnifying glass tweezers, 5 1/4 inch. I don't think they were over $3. They have two styles. They have this size, and then they have a smaller size. So basically, you know, it spreads apart. No matter where you spread it, you know, as long as you angle it right, you know, you can. Hey, see, there we go. You can see what you're tweezing. Might come in handy someday. You never know. This isn't very tight, so it'll be hard to keep the magnifying glass where you want it. I do see that it has a screw, and it has a nut on the other side, so you might be able to tighten it up if that screw's not bottomed out in that cap nut yet. This also angles, so you know you can move it around as you need. So anyway, that was item 98003. Small magnifying tweezers. Actually, these are the large ones, and it does have a pretty fine little point there on the tweezer, so I'm sure you can actually pick up some good stuff. They line up, and I don't see any air gaps in the pinchers there, so I'm sure it'll actually do pretty good for what it is. That's it. Pretty simple little device. Next thing. Now, I've got some of these in my gun cleaning box. They work good for scraping carbon off of stainless steel and other things. This is just a 4-piece mini hook and pick set. It was, you know, $1.99 or something like that. It's 66836. You know, these are about as simple as it gets. Cheap Chinese steel on a cheap plastic handle. But you know, for what they're used for, they're excellent. You know, this is a little punch-all looking thing there. Then you got a little loop type hook. You got a, I don't know what that is. Looks like a meat flipper, one of those pigtail meat flippers. Sure you found a use for it. And then just a 90-degree elbow. Anyway, it comes with 4 of them. You know, they're solid in the handles, so they'll do their job generally pretty well. You know, if you get to scraping anything real hard, you might screw up the tips, but you know, this is you know, indoor use, small, you know, electronics, whatnot. It'll be good to go. Next thing. Okay, I was kind of on the fence about buying this because I've already got a X-Acto knife and several blades, and it's actually X-Acto brand, so it's pretty good. But this one came in its own little case. I'm sure the blades are pretty cheap, but you can use X-Acto blades. It's 13 pieces, comes with several different blades. It comes with 3 different holders, 2 size straight holders, and one of the larger holders with a fatter handle on it. I guess if you really need to hack something up. Don't know if I'd put that much pressure on them. Couple bucks, not too much. 32099. Take a look here. Hey, and the blades are actually all in place. Oh, and there's a little magnet back there. Okay, well that's actually kind of nifty. A little magnet in the back holding the blades on. so they don't move. Then you got your 3 handles. Start off with this big handle. Yeah, that's super cheap. See, it's got a metal collar and a metal sleeve, and it screws into this plastic holder that the blade is in. So keep in mind that is plastic. It'll retain the blade, but I wouldn't put a lot of pressure on it. I would hate to be putting pressure on one of those and have that plastic break and the blade come right out. Looks like these guys are made the same way. Looks like it's just a aluminum type sleeve with a plastic collet. It threads onto the plastic, so you obviously don't want to thread that too hard or you will strip that, I'm sure of it. Anyway, so it was a couple dollars. Cheap little knife set. Nothing fancy. You need a little blade to cut something. You know, all the packaging that we get these days, it's impossible to open. You almost need a chainsaw. That'll work. I do, on the other hand, though, have these that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and this is an X-Acto Z series. It says zirconium nitride blades, and I'm sure the handle's a lot better quality. It's all metal, but these are for something else, not to go in the box. Those are for everyday use. Next thing, I didn't buy this from Harbor Freight. I actually got this in my Christmas stocking from the wife. This is a Academy Game Winner brand, just a little light, little LED flexible headlight. I figured that would go great in the box since how it's small. It's not very bright, but it'd get into a tight spot if you need to see. It's got a little clip on it. Nifty little deal. Runs off, well, I'm going to say button cell battery, but I'm probably going to be wrong if I say that. Runs off a AAA. That's even better. Easier to get. So anyway, yeah, I don't know how much these are, but she bought that for me and I figured it could go in there. And the last thing is going to be a Pittsburgh Precision Plier set. $5 or $6 maybe a little more. Item 60826. They're all spring loaded. They'll stay open for you. I've owned a set of these before, but like with all cheap tools that I don't use every day and keep in the house, for some reason they tend to disappear. I've got a garage full of tools and I never lose any of those, but every time I bring tools in the house, they are gone in a minute. Don't know where they go. I must have a tool monster running around here. Anyway, it comes with 6. You got a shorter round nose type plier, half a needle nose, whatever you want to call it. Then you got a little square end, longer jawed type plier. Not too bad. The springiness is good. They'd like to stay open, and the handles don't seem to move on them. They're not bad at all. Your little flat cutters there. Of course, then you got your side cuts, dikes, whatever you want to call them, wire cutters. You got your bent needle nose, and then you got your long needle nose. And those will do pretty good. Those the ones that I had that I've lost, I think I might have one left. They have served their purposes. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be the toolkit from Harbor Freight. I think $38 is what I spent. Not too bad. I know a lot of people online, you know, they're, oh man, that stuff from Harbor Freight's so cheap, it's worthless junk. Well, it can be. Not all of it, but yes, it definitely can be. Some of it is very worthless junk. But if you don't use it hard and you are careful with it, and it's just for, you know, your indoor type stuff, it generally works pretty good. I've been fairly happy with most everything I've bought from Harbor Freight. Never had too many issues with anything. Of course, I don't use them in a professional capacity. I use them in a Mr. Do-It-Yourself capacity around the house every now and then. Anyway, all this stuff seems to fit in here pretty good, so open this little glue. That way we have it when we need it. I'm sure this stuff works. Probably not the best, but hey, it's all made in the same factory in China, right? 3 tubes of it, and there we have it. Miniature toolkit. My little stuff fits in there. little tray on top, lock it up, and I'm sure before long I'll have knickknacks and screws and little crap that all goes on top of there, and I'm sure I'll lose it too, but hey, it's a start and it's cheap, so not bad. Anyway, miniature toolkit from Harbor Freight, 38 bucks. You know, if you can think of anything else that might need to go in there, let me know. Otherwise, man, y'all have a good one.